We told you first here on India Today that there would be, in all likelihood, an alliance between the BJP and AIADMK. The first meet took place in Delhi a few months ago, and now it's been sealed. The alliance with Amit Shah and EPS joining hands for the 2026 elections. And that particular photo op is what confirmed that, yes, the BJP and AIADMK are coming together for next year's elections. Home Minister Amit Shah, currently in Chennai, confirmed that the AIADMK and BJP will contest the elections as part of the NDA. As far as seat sharing goes, no clarity on that, but Amit Shah did make it very clear that they would be fighting under the leadership of the AIADMK, meaning the primary face of the NDA in Tamil Nadu will be Edappadi Palaniswami. That was one of the conditions that EPS had put forth. The second was a change in the Tamil Nadu BJP guard, which has also been done. Nagendran all set to take over as the Tamil Nadu BJP chief. But do note that in that press conference where Home Minister Amit Shah was seated, next to him, of course, was EPS. On his left wasn't Nagendran, but Annamalai. So for the BJP, he's still the poster boy, really, for the party in Tamil Nadu. But having said that, they've also cracked the whip, changed guard to ensure that EPS is kept happy. Amit Shah in that press conference also launched a scathing attack on the DMK and vowing that together the AIADMK and the BJP will remove the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam from power. Here are some of the highlights of Home Minister Amit Shah's press briefing.
AIADMK और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं ने मिलकर तय किया है कि आने वाला तमिलनाडु विधानसभा चुनाव AIADMK, भारतीय जनता पार्टी और सभी साथी दल मिलकर NDA के नाते लड़ेंगे। ये चुनाव राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में और राज्य स्तर पर AIADMK के नेता एड़ापाडी जी के नेतृत्व में लड़ा जाएगा। एक प्रकार से 1998 से AIADMK NDA गठबंधन का हिस्सा है और लंबे समय तक मोदी जी और महान जयललिता जी ने साथ में मिलकर राष्ट्रीय राजनीति में काम किया है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आने वाले दिनों में जो चुनाव होने वाला है वो जनरल इलेक्शन में NDA प्रचंड बहुमत हासिल करेगा और तमिलनाडु में फिर से एक बार NDA की सरकार बनेगी। AIADMK का NDA में आना NDA के लिए बहुत उपयोगी है और AIADMK का NDA में आना AIADMK के लिए भी बहुत उपयोगी है। सीटों की संख्या और सरकार बनाने के बाद मिनिस्ट्री का बंटवारा दोनों यूनिट्स हमारे साथियों के साथ बैठकर बाद में तय करेंगे।
So you had Amit Shah there addressing all of the questions about what it took for that alliance to come through, and then the photo op of all of them with their hands together, sealing the deal for what Amit Shah calls a permanent alliance. Pramod Madhav and Anaga Keshav joining me live from Chennai. They were there at that press conference. Pramod, I'm going to begin with you. Just to recap for us what it's taken for this moment of the BJP and AIADMK coming together. We've seen parlays for the last many months. What really ensured that this came through, Pramod?
Akshita, we can very clearly mention that this all began with EPS's meeting with Amit Shah in Delhi. It was a sudden meeting. Even though EPS denied any kind of meeting, he said that he's going to Delhi just to look into the newly constructed AIADMK headquarters. But we very clearly said that something was brewing. The same night he met with Amit Shah. Then also we very clearly said it is not just a normal meeting. Something important is brewing. And the very next day we actually broke that there is going to be a possible change of leadership in the state of Tamil Nadu for state presidency, because that's, as per sources, that was the only what EPS had asked Amit Shah, and that's what we saw after high octane drama in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, and even now as we speak, Amit Shah is on his way to EPS residence. So it seems like Amit Shah is the only person who can act like a neutralizer and whatever misunderstandings AIADMK and BJP had, Amit Shah was able to iron out everything. He was able to bring EPS in the same stage along with Nagendran, along with Annamalai, and he sat, and when we asked the question, how important is AIADMK for NDA alliance when it comes to Tamil Nadu, Amit Shah said that when it comes to NDA, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead it when it comes to the country, and for Tamil Nadu, it will be Edappadi Palaniswami. And he also said that being a part of NDA is useful for AIADMK, and it is also useful for NDA. These are the answers that Amit Shah very clearly gave when we asked multiple questions about the alliance. He made it very clear, the CM candidate, everything doesn't matter, everything will be sat and discussed over, but EPS will lead the alliance. That's what he has made very clear. And the most important aspect is that today is the day Nagendran has come almost 99% to become the next state president. And as we actually were saying, based on our sources, very clearly what is going to happen, and that was happened today. India Today was the first to mention this, and now it has occurred today. Akshita.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Pramod, on getting those news breaks right, because at every step, Pramod was updating us that, this alliance is moving forward. Amit Shah essentially ensuring that this alliance was carved out. There were a whole lot of differences between the BJP and AIADMK, which is what led to the alliance breaking off. But it's a thing of the past now, or at least that's the messaging being put forth. But Anaga, also going forward, there is still a lot of work to be done for the BJP and the AIADMK. Together, they have to figure out their seat sharing deal. None of that is sorted out. They're going to want to get as many regional parties as they can together to send out an impression of, it's DMK versus the rest kind of thing for 2026.
Well, that's right, Akshita. In fact, now since EPS is going to be the one heading this alliance in Tamil Nadu, it's very certain that ADMK will get the lion's share of the number of seats. And as usual, BJP will be the one who will possibly be fighting on single-digit number of seats. We need to wait and watch what more is going to come out of this. Given the fact that both Annamalai and EPS had this ego battle raging on for many, many months. And now since Annamalai has been sidelined, he has been asked to step down from that position. And now that he has been replaced, what more is going to happen from now onwards? What turns, will the NDA alliance take ahead of the elections? Will they be able to win this election, or will they face a rout like what they did in the last assembly elections? Is something to be watched out for. Last time in 2021, even though they had partnered, ADMK had managed to win around 65 seats. But then came the general elections where the ADMK had faced a massive rout. So will the rout happen once again this time? Assembly elections in the year 2026 is something to be watched out for. Will the people of Tamil Nadu really accept ADMK's alliance with BJP? That's the primary question. And second of all, given the fact that it's going to be EPS who's heading this alliance and not really a member of the BJP, it's going to be ADMK's EPS very clearly, as mentioned by Amit Shah, who is going to be heading this assembly. Will the people of Tamil Nadu really accept ADMK and BJP coming together? Only 2026 will tell.
That's right. And before that, in the next 1 year, you're going to see both parties now fight it out together. There is, of course, going to be, I'm sure, a lot of haggling between both sides with regards to seats and whatnot. But let me open up this broadcast. I'll keep coming back to you, Pramod and Anaga, for those updates. Joining us here on Super 6 this evening is T.S. Sudhir, columnist and political analyst. We've got Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the DMK, Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the AIADMK. Vanakkam, thank you all for joining me on such short notice. I know we reached out to you the moment the announcement of the alliance was made. So thank you for joining me. Dharnidharan, I'll begin with you. Is the DMK worried that this could be a DMK versus the rest contest in 2026?
Does my face show any worry? I'm very, very happy and jubilant. I congratulate the AIADMK for the alliance. I don't think we are worried. Our vote share is more than 50%. As per your own channel, our vote share after the parliamentary elections has increased. Your own channel survey. So my party is based on what we have delivered to the people. So I don't think what others do does not matter to me. For example, if I'm a very good student and I am confident about how I have studied and prepared, why will I be bothered about number 2 or number 3 in my class?
But
right?
this year's elections and this year's exams are different. Dharnidharan, next year you'll have another annual exam and things can change. Your subjects could change.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is we are very, very confident about the governance we have given. The law and order has drastically improved as per all the newspapers, as per the union government data. The Tamil Nadu finances have drastically improved. The investment climate has drastically increased, and n number of schemes for the people to uplift them. So I'm very, very confident. Vote share in 2019 was about more than 50%. Vote share in 2021 was more than 50%. And even in 2024, it is 47%. And again, I also believe in election, a 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2. Right, so BJP and ADMK joining hands together does not mean it's going to be 24% plus 18%, 42%. That's not the case. And again, our vote share has also increased. as per your own survey. So, and I've been always telling the AIADMK and BJP will always be apart together. Only Kovai Satyan, my friend, kept saying, no, there is no alliance. Why are the channels talking about now? The alliance will be decided after 6 months, 7 months. But we've been telling, even when there was no alliance, that AIADMK
No, come on,
and BJP
Dhanitaran, if I asked you today, who are you in talks with, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me at this point. You'll wait for confirmation from your leadership before you actually tell me whether an alliance is going to happen.
I'm not saying that, but...
Sure, okay. I'll just bring in our other panelists also. T.S. Sudhir, Suman Siraman are with us. Sudhir, what do you make of this alliance? Does it stand a chance? Are both parties better off together?
In terms of arithmetic, on paper, definitely yes, because if you just look at even the 2021 assembly elections, there is a difference of 5% vote share between the AIADMK and DMK. But of course, in terms of seats, that translated to quite a wide gap between the DMK and the AIADMK. But this was really the best chance for both the AIADMK and the BJP, because if they had repeated what happened last year in the Lok Sabha elections in 2024, it's highly likely that the DMK and the allies would have walked away with the majority of the seats again in the 2026 assembly elections. So it is something which both the AIADMK and the BJP needed as far as the Tamil Nadu assembly election was concerned in order to have a fighting chance. And the fact that the press conference was delayed, of course, the Union Home Minister tried to make light of it, but obviously there was much to be discussed during this meeting. They were obviously not discussing the poor form of the Chennai Super Kings in the IPL. They were discussing much more pressing issues. But the fact is that that Edappadi Palaniswami is going to be the face and the leader of this alliance. That says a lot. In many ways, I see this as a repeat of the Andhra template in Tamil Nadu. Pretty much like how the Telugu Desam of Chandrababu Naidu was the leader of the alliance and the BJP was happy to be a junior partner in Andhra Pradesh. In Tamil Nadu also, it is going to be the AIADMK led by Edappadi Palaniswami, which is going to lead the alliance. The problem would come when the BJP would want to accommodate allies like Paneerselvam or TTV Dinakaran as part of the seat sharing arrangement. Whether the AIADMK vote bank actually translates their votes to candidates like Paneerselvam or TTV Dinakaran or anyone from their fronts. That will be the issue on the ground. But I think we still have a long way to go, almost a year to go for the elections. And I'm sure the two parties and all the smaller parties will try to thrash out many of these problems as the days go by.
You know, on the issue of OPS and TTV, there was a pointed question asked to Amit Shah on it. And he said, at this point, we're yet to figure out the details, but the internal issues of the AIADMK will not be brought up here. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly he meant by that on OPS and TTV Dinakaran. Let me bring in Mr. Kovai Satyan on this broadcast. Mr. Kovai Satyan, what does an alliance with the BJP actually bring to the table for you, for the AIADMK? How do you benefit from this kind of an alliance? Because right now, the political narrative in Tamil Nadu is on delimitation, on language, on NEET, and all of these issues, the AIADMK stand has been very similar to the DMK. So what now?
Good evening. In the first place, I would love to state that the chair of DMK has finally come to an end. They were branding AIADMK as untouchables. They were stating no party is willing to align with AIADMK because of its losing streak for the last 11 elections. I think today that will be put to rest. And already the speculation of the alliance had sent jitters to Mr. Stalin, who started blabbering inside the assembly itself. Going forward, whatever desperate narratives that DMK is scrambling to set for the upcoming elections will be busted. The first myth would be on devolution. The second myth will be on the finance and finance sharing. Both will be clearly busted. Already DMK is so thoroughly exposed on their double standards with respect to NEET and all the other promises, poll promises they made way back. I would love to put in a data here. My political analyst friend Sudhir and my friend Salem was talking about percentages. Nobody has formed the government for the third consecutive term in Tamil Nadu since independence, except our leader MGR, Puruchi Thalaivar, from 77 to 87. We sought the mandate for the third consecutive time. We lost with a difference of 18 lakh votes, translating to 3%. So with other ally parties who are with DMK now, they are about to shift. And if there is a shift in the ally, DMK will fall flat very soon.
Sure, but
and this
Mr.
will
Kovai
definitely
Satyan, answer
happen.
my question, please.
What?
Answer my question about what really the BJP brings to the table for the AIADMK.
I did answer it. I hope you are not listening to what I said. I said the myth which DMK is trying to set as a narrative for the 2026 on devolution and the finance will be busted. So anything that they point towards, anything that they try to hide their incompetency by pointing their finger towards the center will definitely be busted, because BJP will be the one who will counter with the facts and figures. And we are here to tell the people of Tamil Nadu on their failures, successive failures in terms of governance, in terms of law and order. And this is not the end. This is just the beginning. The second turn of events will be when the allied parties with DMK, when they change course of action, because there is already a high level of anti-incumbency on the ground.
Let's see.
So when the
if that
allied
happens.
partners, 2 or 3 allied partners come on board, then that will be the real
Let's see if that happens. Let's see if that happens. Mr. Kovai Satyan, let me give your ally now a chance to speak. Mr. Narayanan Tirupati of the BJP is also joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, should this have been the election that the BJP kind of went alone, fought alone? You always spoke of how, the BJP's vote share has gone up in 2024 in Tamil Nadu. And so you kind of seem to be setting the stage for 2026, say, we will fight this out on our own. Should you have tested the waters this time?
No, see, first of all, we should understand that, the politics is based on this situation. So now the foremost issue is that the DMK should be defeated, because the people of Tamil Nadu are suffering huge due to the law and order. There is a deterioration of law and order and the economic policies of, of course, there is nothing like that for DMK. And the total failure of DMK in the last 4 years. So we need to take a stand that the DMK should go out of this particular, the government. And that is the reason we have very clearly said that our first aim is to move away the DMK from the government. So AIADMK was our ally. Due to, some small difference of opinions, yes, of course, we were not together in the last parliament elections, yes. But now things are sorted out, and we are there to just, drive away the DMK, the rule which is being done by Mr. Stalin. And we are here for the people of Tamil Nadu, for the welfare of Tamil Nadu. Yes, we have today. Mr. Amit Shah has very clearly mentioned that AIADMK will lead NDA in Tamil Nadu in 2026. It's very clear.
Okay, so you're saying that this alliance will work out to defeat the DMK. Sumansi Raman, same question to you. Do you think this should have been the election where the BJP fought it on their own because they believed they were making inroads? There's the Annamalai factor that I'll get to in a bit as well.
No, I think that this is the right decision as far as the BJP is concerned. And the AIADMK too, because look, this is not a great ideological alliance. This is an alliance of necessity. Both the parties need each other. Mind you, the two parties were both routed in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, but had they gone together, they actually led in 84 assembly segments. So this makes enormous sense to tie up together. And they are not going to be the only parties. There is already the PMK is likely to be there, part of the alliance. And there is also talk that the NTK, which at one point has close to 8% vote share. Now, the difference between the two alliances in 2024 Lok Sabha elections is 5%, 46.9% for the DMK combined and 41 point something for the AIADMK plus NDA combined. So I think that it makes enormous sense. There is anti-incumbency on the ground. And if they can get a couple of more parties on board, like the PMK, which is very likely, and also, potentially if they can get the NTK, we don't know if that will happen, then they could quite comfortably be the front runner as far as this election is concerned, especially because of the level of anti-incumbency that there is. And mind you, if BJP is really serious, and again, the AIADMK is still very cautious, but they've got all their demands met. That they would lead the alliance, that EPS would be projected as the leader of the alliance for the assembly election. Importantly, Mr. Amit Shah very clearly said what happened when asked the question, what happens to OPS, Shashikala and TTV Dinakaran? He said that would be treated as an internal matter of the AIADMK.
Correct. Yeah. So he didn't really make any promises on that. So we'll see where that plays out.
So those were the demands of Mr. EPS, and he's got all of them.
So the issue that you raised about anti-incumbency, is that really the case? I'll just put out some numbers before I come to you, Dharan, of really what our political stock exchange actually shows. What's the mood on the ground in Tamil Nadu right now? And so we've got several questions that we've got the people of Tamil Nadu to answer on. With regards to the performance of Chief Minister Stalin, you look at those numbers right now, 22% say very much satisfied, 33% satisfied to some extent, 22%, the same number is very much satisfied, says not at all satisfied, and 23% say we can't really decide on what we think of Chief Minister Stalin. Let's also put out the other one of preferred CM candidate. And if we look at the names really of who the people of Tamil Nadu want, there's MK Stalin, there's Edappadi Palaniswami, but there are others too. You look at those names right now, 27% based on our political stock exchange want MK Stalin. 18%, second place really goes to Ilayya Thalapathy Vijay with, of course, his Tamaraga Vetri Karagam. We'll have to see what really that means. But Vijay ranks second on that list. And then you have Edappadi Palaniswami at number 3 with 10% and Annamalai of the BJP at 9%. So these are the figures. If you look at this, Sudhir, it doesn't look like there's anti-incumbency. Sure, there's a lot of talk about law and order. There's talk about crime. There's talk about corruption. But you look at these figures, it's still Stalin right on top.
Well, I think the incumbent chief minister always has that advantage. So I'm not really surprised to see these numbers. But elections, especially assembly elections, are largely important perception. The selection of the candidates matters a lot. The transfer of vote matters a lot, especially in the case of alliances on both sides, the DMK-led alliance, and in this case, the NDA. So all those things will come, will matter a lot. Of course, the Vijay factor is going to be extremely important. Whether, as of now, he's actually a one-man party. We do not know who else is really of note in his party and how many seats they contest and whether they're really effective or are they just filling up the EVM. So that would really be a factor, and whether he eats into the votes, and if he does, whose votes does he really eat into? So he could be the X factor, but largely this is going to be a very formidable election of two fronts, the NDA versus the DMK-led alliance, and that I think would really matter, wherein the local issues, both at the constituency and district level and at the state level, because the 2024 election was at the national level. We were choosing the Lok Sabha MPs here, but now it will be Stalin on test, and I think the entire narrative, the entire texture of the election would be very different from what it was in 2024.
Dharanidharan, you expressed confidence. You're saying this alliance stands no chance against us. But are you being overconfident here? There are two factors. One is, the BJP and AIADMK coming together, and you've heard from all analysts. They're saying it's a good move by both parties. The other aspect is of Vijay, the TVK. And most opine that, the TVK entering into the political scene right now in Tamil Nadu will be a threat for the DMK, that he will eat into your vote base. So are there two challenges that you're being rather nonchalant about?
See, not exactly. I will like to quote Jay Kumar, the AIADMK's former minister and a very senior spokesperson and a senior leader in AIADMK. He just said, I lost Rayapuram after 20 years just because of the alliance with the BJP. The thing is, BJP, as such, you may say the vote share was 18% in 2024, but the vote share was not was 18% because they cobbled up many smaller parties together, point one. And then because there were only 40 seats, there were at least 10 star candidates like Deputy Chief Minister, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister, sitting Union Minister, so many people like film actors, film heroes. So when you have a celebrity candidate, at least their vote percentage increases by 7-8% in that constituency, then that's approximately 1/4 or 1/3 of the constituency, which means that increase about 3% vote share. Patale Makal Kachi comes with about 7% vote share, and then there are about other many small individual parties, and again it's a parliamentary election. But I think when ADMK and BJP will contest together, I don't think many of the ADMK voters will be happy and they'll go and vote. They may abstain from voting. And many of the BJP voters who hate ADMK may not vote and they will abstain from voting. And I think these are the issues that we don't speak about in election, because that's why I say 1 + 1 is not equal to 2. It happened in 2019 elections also. 2021 election also, we saw that many of the ADMK voters did not just go and vote because they had an alliance with the BJP, and vice versa happened. And that will also help us. And Vijay factor is an untested force. What he says on many matters is issues of DMK are the same, but DMK has proved and fought on those issues as recent as the
But that's
verdict of the
exactly the
Supreme Court has
point.
done.
That's exactly the
But
point.
why
Sumansi
will- why
Raman, do
will-
you think that because of a Vijay factor, this alliance could prove to be formidable? I don't think there's a possibility of Vijay really joining the BJP and AIADMK or making this one sort of mega alliance. That seems to be ruled out for the moment. So if you look at Vijay as one element, this alliance is one element, and then both of them taking on the DMK, do you think that poses a significant challenge?
I think it does, because you see, nobody at this point knows whose vote Vijay is actually going to take. Is he going to take more of the DMK vote? Is he going to take more of the AIADMK BJP vote? Is he going to take the NTK's vote? I mean, general assumption is he will take some of the NTK vote, because that's the youth vote that is very likely to sort of go with Vijay. But the point really is, there is something which is called a bandwagon effect that we see in election after election. When there is some element of anti-incumbency, the voter generally votes with whichever group or party or alliance he feels has the best chance of defeating the incumbent. So therefore, that would definitely favor a strong alliance like this. And also there is a geographic distribution. So for instance, this alliance, an AIADMK BJP alliance, would give them a huge advantage in an area in the Congo belt, for instance, which has got close to 65 seats. So that's going to be a huge advantage for the alliance in that, because together in the Congo belt, it is difficult for the DMK, for the ADMK and BJP to lose too many seats there. Similarly, if they, by making Mr. Nagendran the party president, state party president, he hails from southern Tamil Nadu, from Tirunelveli. They're getting the caste equations right. They're going to get a few, Dalit parties on board. So they are making all the right moves. It's still too premature to say for sure to what extent it would work. But this election will not be the walkover it would have been for the DMK had the two of them not tied up. So now there is a real fight, and they know that they have a real fight on their hands.
It also depends on what happens in the months ahead and how the BJP and AIADMK really take this alliance forward. But also, Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, and I'll just focus again on the data of who the people of Tamil Nadu would choose as their chief minister, as the chief minister face. The only name from the BJP who figures in that list, unsurprisingly, is that of Annamalai. And now you've got, of course, all of this talk of Nagendran replacing him, and essentially that you've given in to the AIADMK pressure on Annamalai. Smart move? Or do you think that someone who's been the poster boy of the Tamil Nadu BJP, and you finally had a face for the BJP in Tamil Nadu, that's a setback of sorts for your party?
So I'll tell you what, this sea water, whatever the survey, what you have done or what they have done is totally false. I don't definitely accept it. And what was the need for it at this time? And how it was done, on what
so
basis,
come on, we can conduct
factors.
surveys. We can conduct surveys. And are you saying 9% don't want Annamalai?
I'll tell you what. No, I will tell you what. I don't deny that you have the right to conduct surveys. I say this is a fake narrative. This is a false survey. I cannot accept this. On what basis you have taken? I have the right to question. You have the right to survey. I have the right to question.
Sure.
So what I am trying to say is that 100% this is a fake, because there is an anti-incumbency, not only anti-incumbency, there is a hate against this DMK government because of the deteriorating law and order problem. Everyone in Tamil Nadu knows that. It is a failure government. And Mr. Vijay, nobody knows what is his vote percentage. He has never contested elections. So this particular survey is intentionally done. I accuse that this is intentionally done. So there is no need for me to give you an opinion on this survey.
Okay, we'll keep the survey aside. Sir, Mr. Tirupati, if you have a problem with the first line which says MK Stalin 27% feel that he is the preferred CM candidate, you can ignore that. I'm going to ask you about the last column, which has K. Annamalai, who's part of your party.
See, when I say you have intentionally, sea water has intentionally created this survey, I'm telling you, why should I answer for this? I can say that Mr. Annamalai...
Okay, I'll flip the question completely across to you, sir. Sir, inevitably, you're going to have to answer my question about Annamalai.
I say Mr. Annamalai would have scored 90% if I conduct this survey. What is your problem?
Okay, let's say he's scoring a 90%. Okay. If he's scoring a 90%, why has the BJP removed him as the Tamil Nadu BJP chief, sir?
No, you are not understanding. You are talking about the CM candidate. We are talking about the presidentship. I don't understand what you are saying.
No, I'm saying that there's a certain image that he is the face of the Tamil Nadu BJP,
We
that he has
we
been in
will
fact
declare-
leading the Tamil Nadu BJP
will-
as president.
you please
Was this the
understand.
right
You
time to have
please
replaced him?
understand.
Did you give in to the
You please-
AIADMK demand on
No,
this?
You please understand that BJP is a party wherein we have changes every 3 years, not only at state level, at district level, mandal level, and also at the national level. This is our internal party issue, and we have the right to change our, rotate our leaders. And Mr. Annamalai may occupy more
So you
positions
have-
also.
No, I agree. You have 100% the right to do it. I'm asking the question of why. But we'll get to that. As much as we have the right to conduct surveys, Mr. Tirupati, you have the right to change.
Let me finish it. No, let me finish
Yeah.
it. Today,
ahead.
Mr. Nagendran has been, we have received nominations in the name of Mr. Nagendran as it is today. If suppose tomorrow he is declared, unanimously as our president, it doesn't mean that we are declaring our CM candidate. Please understand. Okay. So you have to understand that this is totally a different one. This narrative, it's a false narrative set intentionally. I don't know who to confuse whom. I don't understand.
So you're saying it's all of a narrative. But let me just cut across to breaking news that's coming in on this. I'll request all of our guests to be with us. There is, in fact, a lot of speculation of what next for Annamalai. And Amit Shah now seems to have indicated that Annamalai will work in a central framework, as he puts it on social media. Amit Shah took to social media to say that the Tamil Nadu BJP, and confirming, of course, that Nagendran has given his nomination for the post of the Tamil Nadu BJP chief. But at the same time, also talking about Annamalai, he says his contribution has been unprecedented. The last line of that post, he says the BJP will leverage Annamalai's organizational skills in the party's national framework. Listen in to what Amit Shah also said when asked about Annamalai in that press conference.
ये जरा भी सच बात नहीं. आज भी अन्नामलाई स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई ही इज सिटिंग विथ मी. ये जरा भी सच बात नहीं. आज भी अन्नामलाई स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई ही इज सिटिंग विथ मी. ये जरा भी सच बात नहीं. आज भी अन्नामलाई स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट है. दैट इज व्हाई ही इज सिटिंग विथ मी.
So let's also talk about the new Tamil Nadu BJP chief, Nagendran. He's the only one who filed a nomination for the post. Essentially, he seems to have the blessing of the High Command. So why Nagendran? There are a couple of reasons why he's been picked as Annamalai's successor. He is, of course, the MLA from Tirunelveli, joined from the AIADMK into the BJP in 2017. But he belongs to the influential Tevar community. Big say, big stronghold, big influence in South Tamil Nadu. He is, of course, a senior politician, decades of political experience as well. So that's got another additional backing for him. Associated previously with the AIADMK, and considering they're now an ally, it is, of course, something that helps, especially when there's going to be talks of seat sharing, etc. Nayanar's experience in the AIADMK will be helpful. He has strong influence in southern Tamil Nadu. His seat of Tirunelveli also, the fact that he's won it at a time when you had just about 4 BJP MLAs who managed to secure their seats. Nagendran was one of them from Tirunelveli. So all of this worked in his favor. The BJP has broken their own rule to make Nagendran as a Tamil Nadu BJP chief. Just before nominations were accepted, notice previously invited nominations mentioned that those applying for the role must have been in the party for over a decade. Nagendran is 2 years short on that criteria, but clearly the High Command seems to have taken their pick. There were others in the list: Tamilisai Soundararajan, Vanati Srinivasan, 2 women leaders, 2 popular faces of the BJP. But the Bharatiya Janata Party has chosen not to go with both of them, but instead to go with Nagendran. He's very different, really, from how Annamalai perhaps is, not as vocal, not as aggressive. But Sudhir, do you think this was a right move? It does give a sense that the BJP is kind of buckled to pressure from the AIADMK, that anything EPS wanted, they were like, you will have it. We will give you whatever you want. Just be a part of the alliance, be a part of the NDA. That's the messaging that comes across when Amit Shah says EPS will be the leader, when Annamalai is replaced as the Tamil Nadu BJP chief.
Well, yes, I mean, obviously, Edappadi Palaniswami has bargained hard, and the fact that Annamalai should not continue as the BJP state president seems to be, at least that's a perception going out, that That seems to be one of the demands of the AIADMK led by EPS. But frankly speaking, the other two names that you mentioned, now if Vanati Srinivasan had come, she again comes from the same Congo belt. So that would have ruled her out, even though she's a formidable woman leader of from Tamil Nadu. Tamilisai Soundararajan is someone the BJP has invested in the past and not really gained too much from that. So it would have been kind of turning the clock back. Naina Nagendran in that sense is a new face. The fact that he comes from the AIADMK means that he could have a better working relationship with the AIADMK led by EPS. He could be that Fevicol bond between the AIADMK and the BJP, which the NDA really needs at this point in time, because they are the main two partners as far as the NDA is concerned. The other parties would really be minor junior partners. So that is very much required, especially given the kind of fracas that broke out after Annamalai's remarks against AIADMK leaders, which led to AIADMK walking out of the NDA. So they would want this alliance to work smoothly over the next 1 year leading up to the elections. In that sense, Naina Nagendran, both for the fact that he's an ex-AIADMK, the fact that he's a Tevar leader, and the fact that he comes from the southern part of Tamil Nadu, in that sense, Naina Nagendran ticks all the boxes.
But do you think also that, replacing Annamalai at this crucial juncture with just 1 year to go for the elections was a smart move, Sudhir? He became the poster boy of Tamil Nadu politics and they've replaced him.
Well, he did become the poster boy, but did the BJP really have a choice? They wanted this alliance because otherwise they would have seen a repeat of 2024, more or less a repeat of 2024. The BJP wants to come to power in Tamil Nadu, and that's what they would want. And if sacrificing Annamalai at the state level was one of the preconditions, they have decided to go ahead with it, while promising that he could be given a role at the national level. So there could be, in that sense, more of a reshuffle as far as Annamalai's responsibilities are concerned, to ensure to tell to his support base in Tamil Nadu that, look, we have not completely sidelined him. We acknowledge what he has done over the past so many years as BJP state president in Tamil Nadu, and therefore we are giving him a different role. So it is a tweaking which the BJP realized would be needed if they wanted to cement this alliance with the AIADMK, because that is something which they would really want in the run-up to 2026.
The other aspect of this, and Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, I'll bring you in on this, is that there was a lot of talk that it wasn't just because of the AIADMK alliance and all of that, but that there's also factionalism within the Tamil Nadu BJP, that there's an Annamalai camp and that there's an anti-Annamalai camp that seems to have struck this time.
I can only laugh for this because, BJP is a very disciplined party. And people here in Tamil Nadu are really, thrilled to see this kind of democracy what BJP has got. Because in Tamil Nadu, almost all the parties are headed by an individual. So they don't know the democratic culture. That is the main issue. I don't curse them or I don't, accuse them. It is their way of doing politics. But the BJP is a national party, that too a party with a difference, party with a democracy. So it is, normally it happens every 3 years, we change our president, and that is there for a very long time, including Atalji or Advaniji, or even I have seen from 1987, almost I have seen around 10 presidents. So this is not true, as you say, and I saw in your display that Vanati Srinivasan was rejected, Tamilisai Soundararajan rejected. This is very harsh. I don't think it is right. This is not the way.
What is the word you'd like us to use, sir?
No, I don't know.
Rejected,
because,
okay.
No. That means what? Have you did Vanati Srinivasan opted to become the Tamil Nadu chief? No.
Sir, I think it's very clear that Naina Nagendran had the blessing of the High Command.
Please
There's a sole nomination made.
No, allow me to speak.
Sure.
Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan was there for 2 terms, 6 years as a state president, and she was made as a governor. And Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan, now the Maharashtra governor. Mr. L. Ganesan, he's also a governor now, Nagaland. So we have leaders. Mr. Pon Radhakrishnan was a minister. So we have leaders with us, many leaders. So you can't say that BJP has factions. Mr. Annamalai is a very brilliant and a very active personality, a young leader. We have identified, BJP has identified him, no doubt at all. He has joined the BJP. He will have his own nights. He is just 40. So he has got a lot of years of experience. In fact, I am there in BJP from 1987. But I accepted Mr. Annamalai's leadership because he is a lion. I'm telling you, he is a lion. We want more of his services throughout India. So it is an internal party affair to change the presidency. And absolutely, there is no factionalism because this is not Congress, this is BJP.
Okay, no factionalism, you're saying. And now, of course, we're going to see the dawn, perhaps, of a new era for the Tamil Nadu BJP under Nagendran and in a tie-up with the AIADMK. Thank you very much, T.S. Sudhir, Narayanan Tirupati, and for all our other panelists for joining us on this broadcast. The BJP-AIADMK alliance has been sealed, but one of the victims, the fallout of that, is that it's curtains down on K. Annamalai's term as Tamil Nadu BJP chief. In our next report, we talk about what his term has been like. He's become, like I said, the face of the Tamil Nadu BJP. So what next for Annamalai? All that and much more in our next report.
It's curtains down on Annamalai's tenure as the Tamil Nadu's BJP chief. After leading the party for the last 4 years, Annamalai has cemented himself as the face of the Tamil Nadu BJP. With the possibility of an AIADMK alliance and EPS putting his foot down on Annamalai being replaced, the firebrand Neta has confirmed he's not in the race.
இங்க தலைவர்கள் யாரும் போட்டி போடுவதில்லைனே. பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியில தலைவர்களுக்கு போட்டி எல்லாம் கிடையாது. எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு தலைவரை தேர்ந்தெடுப்போம் அவ்வளவுதான். இதுல போட்டி எங்க வந்துச்சு? அதனால தான் தலைவர் போட்டியில் நான் இல்லைன்னு சொன்னேன்.
Annamalai has been not just a crowd favourite, but also favourite of the BJP High Command. From his Yen Man, Yen Makkal Yatra to his self-flogging vow to remove the DMK, like him or hate him, Annamalai has successfully grabbed the political spotlight in a state that is being ruled by Dravidian parties. An IPS officer turned politician, Annamalai joined the BJP in August 2020 and became its state president 10 months later. And since then, he had Prime Minister Modi's backing clear in these images when Prime Minister Modi publicly thumped Annamalai's back to show his endorsement.
अन्नामलाई एक बहुत ही अच्छा आर्टिकुलेट है, यंग है, बहुत ही अपनी आईपीएस कैडर में बहुत बड़ी प्रतिष्ठित नौकरी छोड़ कर के आए हैं और मेरी पार्टी की विशेषता है हम हर स्तर के हर छोटे मोटे कार्यकर्ता जिसमें क्षमता है उनको अवसर देते हैं. परिवार से चलित पार्टी नहीं है जिन पार्टियों में ऑफ द फैमिली, बाय द फैमिली एंड फॉर द फैमिली होता है.
Home Minister Amit Shah too has publicly endorsed Annamalai repeatedly. Last year, the Home Minister's interaction with Tamilisai Soundarajan went viral after she questioned Annamalai's leadership. But Annamalai's criticism of Jayalalitha is what is now led to him being removed as the Tamil Nadu BJP chief to accommodate the AIADMK. But it's clear that for the High Command, he remains a crucial cog in the BJP wheel in Tamil Nadu. Bureau Report, India Today.
So things heating up in Tamil Nadu with a year to go for the elections. So expect a lot more political twists and turns coming in from all sides, essentially, as the battle heats up for the state of Tamil Nadu.